to another episode of Mindful LCA. Today, I'm pissed off and sad and angry, and I woke up in the mood for of anger coming out of love. I woke up listening to fucking metal punk fucking fuck the system music, and then a video came up which kind of goes together with that. So that's what we're gonna talk about. So you don't need to ask me how I'm doing. I already answered the shit. How are you doing?
Worried? Because
That's
I
how it's
literally
gonna
just
be.
walked in and you're like, I'm
It wasn't
sad
the
and I'm
plan.
angry and I'm like, okay. So I'm nervous and worried.
Okay, so here we'll just let the fucking. Oh shit! I'm not even ready. Oh no, I don't need to share the screen. I just play the video. I forgot. Like I'm gonna play back one more time and look for the little girl that shakes.
Are you talking the one that's wearing purple?
It just there's so much shit going on, but as soon as it goes off, one of them goes like this and like
Yeah.
shakes and like doesn't know. Man, how the fuck? How do we get here as fucking humans, man? Fuck. We do all the work that we do, and just how much we talk about our inner child and my daughters and the whole shit, and then just to know the the life, the the struggle, the pain that whoever survives is gonna have. Like, I can't even imagine that shit. Like we're here struggling, talking about our fucking issues and shit like that, and like I think, I mean, not minimizing anybody's struggle, but compared to that shit, like my life has been a walk in the park,
Yeah.
and it's just like I don't know. It's fucking sad how we have been dehumanized, how we are seen as like I don't know human capital, as disposable,
Yeah.
as different, and we separate ourselves for a bunch of stupid ass reasons, and we don't realize that we're humans, and we don't realize that that could have been you, that could have been your niece, your kids, your cousins, your aunt, that, and the way that shit is going, it could be like
Yeah.
it could be, and like I don't know, I think I did mention to you outside of the recording, but I got pissed off. Something pissed me off to see the Like I was happy, but at the same time, I was upset about the uprise of protests with the whole immigration shit. Because my mind went to like, why does it take for it to be you now? Why is it because the name is fucking Juan and Maria, you give a fuck, but you don't give a fuck about those people? It's the same fucking thing. And I
Yeah.
saw the division, and I'm seeing um African Americans care about their own shit, and then nobody really posted anything when it was Palestine. Nobody posted anything when it was fucking the immigration shit. And then you see the Mexicans and the Latinos just worry about their own shit and their immigration. And you see the people from Palestine that I know constantly posting about this shit and posting about that, but not also realizing that it's the same shit. It's the same struggle. It's the same problem. It's the same suffering. It's the same fucking pain. It's the same issue. Like
Yeah.
how, like, it, it's just so crazy how fucking lost we are in the fucking world. Like that's fucking insane. Like how do we turn once again? I'm going to sit there and I have an idea of the shit, but like how do we just turn into like cold-hearted, careless fucking bastards about everything? Like, how do we do that? Like, how is that a fucking thing that we do? And mind you, I fucking hope that this is the American in me. I hope. I hope that this is not just the fucking human in me. I hope that this is my perception of shit. I have a hope, and I'm always dreaming and thinking and not letting it not getting distracted to know that I don't belong in this fucking place. And thinking that there's a better fucking country, a better world, a better fucking town, a better place somewhere where that's not the mentality that we consistently fucking have of like just profit over everything and like not giving a fuck about people. Like I want to say and I have the hope that this is from here. This is from what I see in the country and the state and the city that I live in. And I hope that that's not the case around the world. And because it's just fucking it's crazy. And like I've paid attention throughout the past, and it's come to my information how people talk shit about the United States and other countries, right? It's
Yeah.
just a thing. And now it's like realizing like the more aware I become of like the politics and the world and war and all this shit is like god damn, like we are they're right. They're 100% right. Like this is who we are now. I see so much fucking hate towards like us. And then in the meanwhile, it's because and somebody that I know said, well, I'd rather live in the belly of the beast than to be on the on the receiving end of it. And I'm like, fuck, like that's crazy. Cause here we are still reaping the benefits of that.
Yeah.
Because we got like I am in my house, my fucking blinds fell, so there's more light. I am in my house looking at my car across the street to the neighbor's house in a safe fucking place. And then, but then I ask myself, like, how the fuck did I end up here? How did my neighbors end up here? Like, what cost do I have my peace? At what cost? And then I choose to then not pay attention to how I got it, to how I ended up here. Like, that's just not, it doesn't sit well with me knowing that there's been this is what I wanted to talk about anyways, like I told you. It's billions of Native Americans getting killed and stealing their land, and you just showing up and then saying like, "Oh, this is my fucking land now. This is my fucking thing." Like I was telling Celia recently, we went on the drive and I looked at it and it was like a beautiful mountain and shit like that and like land, but I can see past kind of the mountain and see into the land. And I was like, how the fuck do we go from just being fucking animals that would be fucking born and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, this is my shit. Like this piece of land is fucking mine and this is all the shit. And now you gotta pay me for this fucking land. Like how the fuck did somebody just think of that shit? What the fuck happened? And for thousands of years, millions of years, fucking species were just born in the shit, used whatever was around them, and then there, and now we're like, this is mine now. This fucking land, this fucking square right here, or this city, or this country is mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just crazy. And then, because my intention, and I wasn't prepared to talk about it. I wanted to bring it up in a later thing. Um, was to talk about that the dehumanization and the for-profit mentality that we have, right? So I'll wing it because I have all the knowledge in my head, anyways. But giving people how the fuck we ended up here, right? Like that's what I started with. Like, how do we end up in this situation where fucking kids are getting bombed and trauma is being created and so much pain and so much shit, right? So that's a big thing, right? Millions of people just died that already lived in the United States and or the Americas altogether. Then you bring slavery because you don't want to work. And then you get slaves. You bring them in here, and they do all that shit. They run and they build the United States. Because of that, there's the wealth inequality from back then, right? Because I like to everything traces like there was a saying that has been around in the past that everything goes back to slavery. Everything goes back to slavery. And then one time that's clear in my mind, I went to when I was in the Bay Area, I went to Los Altos and I saw a bunch of wealth. And then I'm like, you motherfuckers with your generational wealth. I just thought about it. Like you didn't do shit to earn this. Your great great grand fucking poppy like had came over here, stole the land, got slaves, got so much money. Then they spread it out and they came west because this wasn't most likely in the fucking East Coast. They came west, and then they just said, "Oh, this land is mine," and that they started passing it around, and then this land, and now that I'm connecting the dots, that's my fucking history too. That's what happened in Michoacan. That's what happened with my family. Learning my family's story that my grandma's been around and talking about shit in the past. Like that was what happened. Like my ancestors got to Michoacan, fucking did the same shit, and then now they have a shit ton of money because they had a shit ton of houses, and eventually just passed it around and mismanaged. And now, you know, we're out here fucking renting when I could have just, if I was born a couple generations ago, I could have just fucking had all this fucking houses and all this fucking land and
You're
all
a
this business.
colonizer.
Yeah. So that's why the wealth was created for certain people, and that's why some people don't have to struggle with shit, and they just have it just comes from the past. And you say, well, how come I didn't own any slaves? Yeah, but you still own a piece of the property that was purchased by having slaves or was stolen that did that. So it still goes back to that. Like you still we're still responsible for that shit, you know? Like that's
Mhm.
still an issue that we have. um and there's so many, like I said, so much other shit. I mean, the main problem, I guess, I don't have to go into the specific topics. The main problem is capitalism and the thing of wealth over everything. And that's been something that I've been really diving. That has been on my mind a lot ever since we had Luis as our guest. It's been sitting on there, and it's been growing and brewing and understanding and hating profit. Like just having a big issue with it because of what cost, you know? At what cost are we or at what cost are we having whatever we have? Like at what cost? Like I just think about it like I think of money like any other resource. There's a finite amount, or there's an amount, and literally by me hoarding it, I'm taking it away from you. That's what's happening. Like there's that Instagram post about the fucking bananas. Like if a group of zoologists study a monkey that was hoarding bananas and didn't give any bananas to the other monkeys, it would be a problem. But yet we praise billionaires when they're doing the same shit. Like you're just letting them, you're hoarding the fucking bananas and you're having them there, and they don't even do anything, and they're fucking rotting, and you're fucking now taking away from other people. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like, and I I'm and I've said this in the past, and I post it all the time. Like when you take more than you need, you're taking from somebody else. But because we hate ourselves, because we're taught to hate ourselves, We try to fulfill our happiness with materialistic things. That's the big fucking issue. And that's what I've realized, that it goes very well together, because once you heal, once you pay attention to yourself and you have awareness and you're mindful of who you are and your shit, and you heal that, you no longer need all those things. You don't need that validation. You don't need the wealth. You don't need the second car. You don't need the second house, because you say, for what? Like, for what? I don't need it. There's no overconsumption. There's none of that shit. So then it makes me happy that I found the way to end this dehumanization, to end this violence, to end this shit. And I'm not gonna do it in my lifetime. I'm not gonna do it in my lifetime. I'm not gonna do it. But I'm so sure of the path of healing that is gonna lead to you being happy and at peace with who you are. That is gonna remove this idea of wanting to have more and more and more and more and more. Because I pull, and I know I'm fucking venting and all that shit, but this is what the fuck I wanted to do at the end of the day. There's somebody that I encountered that was talking about growth financially, and yeah, it says, sadly, like, I have the distractions, like my wife and my kids, and I just stuck, like I just fucking, like, what, like I got stunned in the shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. And then continue the shit. So I'm like, you're so caught up in wanting to grow financially that now they're a distraction.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck does that make any sense? Like, bro, there's so much shit that's much more important than you hyper focusing on that shit. And then I tell Celia, like, it literally can. Like, I can see it, like, you can. You're living the can fucking thing, where it's about your profit and about your money and about the shit and how much bitches you fuck and all this other thing. Like, that's what you think it means to be a man. Like, that's what your value comes as a person, or how much are you producing and shit like that.
Hmm.
Um, but that's why we need to continue to do the good work. And like I said, it might not be in our lifetime, but I know that we're doing the right thing. And it's just tough at times to see, like she's the one that the sound goes off and she goes like this, and she's like shaking because she doesn't know what the fuck to do, because I've been there. Like, I can see I can see and feel the panic attack in her. Like, I can see it, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, so young, so little. Like I said, we put in all this work to fucking heal, and all this emphasis on our inner child, and how that affects us, and it's just like, fuck, you know. So
Yeah.
yes, blame everything on the fact that we look for profit. And some other shit that I shared just yesterday is like, we're this is taught. This is 100% taught. This is nothing that we're born with.
Hmm.
And the connection that I made yesterday is like, you have a boss in your job, and this goes out for most of us. We have a boss in our job that tells us that there's no money, that you need to work harder to earn a bigger pay raise, or to earn your promotion. But there's never money. All of the like, I only had one, yeah, one fucking job that was a regular fucking job in my life, and there was no money. But being who I am, because I have always been myself from back then, it's like, oh, the week before, at the job that now is a fucking company that everyone's fucking boycotting in Target. That's where I used to work at. The week before, they took my crew to another Target to show them how to do their job, because our branch was doing the best in the county. The week after, it's time for races. They give me a 20-cent raise. I signed my fucking 2 week notice, and I never show up again. I was like, how are you gonna fucking tell me that we're the best in the shit? And then I just had my review, and all of a sudden you can give me a 20-cent raise? I was like, you can go fuck yourself. I literally left the fucking HR shit on my thing, walked to the fucking thing. I was like, where do I get the paperwork to fucking quit? So they gave it to me, fucking filled it up. Yo, piece of shit, you can go fuck yourself. And I never showed up again. And I just got the check delivered to my house, because they will always find. So this is the point. They will always tell you that you're not good enough, that you need to work harder, that there's no money. and they will brainwash you into saying there's no money, but they don't they don't teach you enough to then continue to follow them and see that they got a second house, to see that they had a vacation, to see that the fucking their kid is like a fucking full get paid full ride for whatever fucking university in whatever part of the fucking world, cash. That they have all these fucking things. They don't tell you all those things and they don't do that. And then what you do, because this is the mentality that you're taught from the moment you start working and you think this is how fucking works, then I made the connection and be like, okay, so that's how you learn it. And then when a homeless person or somebody that is fucking asking for money on the street, you're like, nah, work harder, bitch. There's not enough money. Work
Mhm.
harder. There's not enough money for it. Like, you should work harder, and like, you don't deserve me giving you the shit. And then you fucking continue to walk and you spend your fucking $15 at a fucking Starbucks for one fucking piece
Starbucks.
of shit coffee. Or you go and you buy your second pair of Jordans. Or you fucking go and you do, your third fucking concert of the night and shit like that. And I'm like, it's all together. Like, where is the humanity in the shit that this is still a person? And it never ends. It never ends. The more wealth you acquire, the more wealth you want to fucking acquire, and that cycle leads to P Diddy. That's where you end up at. And I've said this, analyzing and paying attention to that. The road of wealth leads to you becoming P Diddy, because eventually you have everything and you get bored and you want what you can have. And at the end of the day, what you can have is you end up diddling fucking boys. That's the only shit it ends up at, because you can have the authority and like, oh, how the fuck you make that connection? Just think about it. Little by little, you get more and more money, and then you're so famous that you can get any fucking woman you want. You can get any car you want, any boat, any house, any shit. And now you sit there with your fucking hoarded stack of money, and then now you don't know what the fuck to do. And that's how the other fucking idiots went and wanted to see the fucking Titanic through a fucking video screen and end up fucking blowing themselves up like fucking idiots, because you don't know what the fuck to do. Like, you're so bored that you have done everything when it comes to that shit that you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And that's where you end up at.
Yeah.
I see that you sent a thing here. Let me open it. Yeah, welcome to my venting session. So yeah, this morning I was listening to Rage Against the Machine and chose violence, and then the violence chose me back. Oh,
I like his.
I saw that you shared this. I saw that you shared this already. But go ahead. I don't know if you have anything to rebuttal to that long ass wave of
No,
shit.
I just like wanted to share what that person was saying on because that like everything that you're talking about is essentially what that person is saying in that video.
Yeah, let me fucking present it. Hold up. Share screen, entire screen. This one, share. Do I need to click for
The-
the volume? I do.
yeah, for the video, I think.
So that
Because I can't hear the video.
it
The
reloads, because it doesn't reload unless I refresh it. Let me see. Refresh.
but click the audio. Yeah, because we can't hear it. Can't hear it. Didn't you have to like press something for the audio? We can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No.
Oh, my bad. I can hear it on my end. I was like, why are you talking during this shit? Let me do it one more time. Hold up.
Yeah, I'm like, we can't hear it. We can't hear it. We can't hear it. Could you not hear me either?
I could barely hear you. All right, one more time. Maybe I hit the freaking. I didn't hit the audio. This one. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Like, I'm not scared of showing anything that I'm on fucking audio. All right.
To realize is that we're Americans. We're deeply selfish monsters that have been bred to destroy all life on Earth. We have to not lose sight of that message. We're here to fuck things up for everyone else, not each other. And that's what we had in the 80s and the 90s. We had a commitment to apathy while our leaders ran around pillaging the earth. And we made great movies and great art, and it was fine. Yes, people got killed, but people always get killed. But now we're at war with each other. We should just be enjoying the spoils of the end of the empire. Truly. We should be enjoying it. People, so many people got killed, murdered, tortured, maimed for us to have all the nice things we have. Do you know how insane it is to not enjoy it? You know how crazy it is to not enjoy a McMansion, a flat screen TV, a McFlurry? You know how much blood is in the street for those things? And people act like they don't even matter. And they're fighting about all this bullshit. It's crazy. Anyway, that's the truth. That's the real truth.
Hmm. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. That's a Joe Rogan clip.
Oh no.
I recognize the background,
Oh
but
no.
it's crazy how the fuck this happened. Like, this is what fucking mind blows me. How are you watching this shit and you just completely ignore it and it goes over your head, or you choose to not pay attention to it? I don't fucking understand how that works, how that mentality works, or how those things are happening in your fucking head. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's just so blinded, and at the end of the day, someone also thinking fucking 15, 17 years ago, it said somebody said you can't worry about what the fuck is happening in the world of politics or society when you're starving, right? Like, you
Mhm.
can't afford to pay attention to that shit. And we have to remember that everybody's starving. Like, 8 out of 10 people in the United States are starving. Whether they make $200,000 a year, they're still starving because they're in that mentality of spending and spending and spending. So they're living paycheck to paycheck. I forget the stat, but it's some crazy shit where, like, I think it's 8 out of 10. I think it's 8 out of 10 people that make $200,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. So with all that money, with all that shit, you're still spending more than you should be spending, you know? And that's the same thing. That's what's causing the violence, right? If if 8 out of 10 families that you see, 8 out of 10 people that you see on the street are struggling, and if they miss one paycheck, they're not going to be able to pay their mortgage. Can you imagine the stress? And that's why everybody's so pissed off. Like, we're stressed out like a motherfucker as a society. Like, we're stressed out a lot. And that's one thing that I brought up to somebody else is like, no amount of money is gonna fucking save you from a stressed out neighbor and a stressed out community and a stressed out society. You can have all the money in the world, but why the fuck is there violence? Why would somebody fucking have road rage? Why would somebody fucking just randomly cuss you out in the street? All that shit because they're stressing out about the fucking money that they're gonna have that they don't have, and how they're gonna make money and shit like that. And guess what? I want to live in the struggle. I made an active decision that I want to struggle because this is
What do
what
you mean?
I I want to struggle financially. I don't want to have that shit. I want a constant reminder of what most people are living. I want to be that. I can shut the fuck up right now, go back to everything that I know about how to make money, and I am smart enough to manipulate whoever the fuck I want to take their fucking money. I am smart enough to do that. I know how the system works. I know how this shit goes. I can choose to. I am choosing to live with a little bit of leeway, with a little bit of leeway. And I want some leeway, not as probably as little as I have right now. I want some leeway, but I want to never be wealthy because it's so hard
Well,
to
I
detach yourself.
I don't
It's I
I
don't
mean, I
think
kind of
I don't think you can have both things. Now, the what I'm guessing your point is going to be, because I've thought about the shit of this. Is there money for all of us to have enough? Fuck yeah. Should all of us have enough? Yeah. If you spread out the wealth and there was more tax and it was equally spread out, then we wouldn't have to struggle, right? And that'll be enough for everybody. We deserve, like, I like Kendrick Lamar song. We deserve it all. Yes,
don't
I
deserve it
do
all. Yeah.
deserve to have stability. I do deserve that shit, and that's what I what's that ideally what I want for my fucking family and my daughters and the shit. But you give me the choice to ride around in a Tesla, drinking Starbucks, fucking doing all that shit with the wealth. I don't want that shit.
No, that's okay, but I don't. I don't know. Like I differ a little bit from you because like this part of the struggle, right? If we continue to do that, then is this part of if you're starving, you're not going to have time to pay attention to like politics. You don't have that privilege, right?
Mm.
So I personally, I don't want to struggle like that where like I am living paycheck to paycheck. um I don't want to have like millions and millions of dollars where I become, the Amazon guy, the Tesla guy, the president of the United States. Like I don't want to get to that point. And at the same time, right? Like the part of like right now specifically when I think about my grandma, she's having a lot of medical issues and my mom is like she had to fly to Mexico so she could get the medical treatment that she needs and my mom's like, "Ya se acabó el dinero." Like we spent all of the money on on medical care, right? So like those are the types of things that I think about when it comes to having wealth. Like I don't think, and I think it has to do a lot with like values, right? Like um even even when I was even right now, like I am struggling financially. Like I am. And but even when I was making like more money, like my mind has never gone to I'm gonna buy the expensive shoes. I'm gonna buy the Tesla. Like I'm gonna buy like X, Y, and Z. Like I want to have wealth so that my community can be okay. Right. So like this part of you saying like I want to struggle. And because we unfortunately, my friend says this a lot, like we're playing a game of Monopoly. Whether you want to or not, we are part of the system. Right. So then I mean, for me, like I don't have any descendants, right? I don't have any kiddos, like I don't have a partner, like I'm not by myself because I have my family, my friends and stuff. Um, but this part of like I want to struggle when you have two babies and you have a wife, like I personally don't want that for you. Like I don't want you to struggle. Like I want you to be able to say like if um if there is a medical thing, if my car breaks down, if my water heater dies, like whatever the case may be,
Mhm.
like that part of being able to access wealth, right? Like this part of abundance to be okay. Like I kind of do want that.
Yeah, I want it. Like I told you, yeah. Ideally, like I want that thing for all of us.
Yes.
Because, like I said, there's enough for all of us, and that's the shit. My concern and my fear is that I can always rationalize making more money. I can always rationalize why I need it, right? Because then you start getting into, oh, well, yeah, well, I want the money for the health and the emergency or whatever the fuck happens, and be like, well, then, but then the next step is I can rationalize, well, like, yeah, well, my daughters don't deserve to struggle financially. Let me start a savings account for the shit for them so that when they get old, they have enough money. So when I'm not there, it's passing the shit. And then it just goes into like, oh, just maxing it out. Cool. Yeah, I should have that. Yeah, let me just have one for my kids and let me just have one for that. And I'm going to start a trust fund and I'm going to do this shit and that. And next thing you know, I'm no different on hoarding the fucking money because it goes little by little. Yes, I don't mean I want to literally struggle to the point that I don't have money for food and I don't have money for those emergencies that you're talking about. I want to be reminded on a daily basis, as constantly as I can, while having the privilege of having enough money to eat and emergencies, of what it is for people to live like in poverty. because that reminds me not to be a fucking asshole. I know I look at people selling shit on the streets, and whether I have, and I'm not, this is not to flaunt it, this is for shit, is to share my mentality. I could have nothing. I could have $10 in my fucking pocket at some point, and I have all my stressors and the shit and whatever. I'll still give them five, or I give them the 10. If I have a $10 bill, I'll give them the 10 and leave myself without shit. And that's a constant reminder and appreciation for them, and remind me I'm just like you here. Let me help you out because I know what a difference this could be. I'll manage. I have some other shit coming. I'll figure it out. And the thing, I just want to live in the reminder of how other people live to keep me from becoming something that I don't want to be. I want to be a part of the people. I want to be and fit in and belong and remember the struggle that people go through on the daily basis. Because none of these people that we're talking about, like I told you, that's how it gets rationalized. Like all the people that get more and more wealth is for that, is to have us, like they literally teach you, okay, you want to have 6 months security for this, just in case you get sick, or like in case you lose your job, you want to have 6 to 12 months security. That rationalizes $120,000 in your fucking savings account instantly. And then you say, well, yeah, I want to invest because I want to make sure that when I retire, like I'm good and that shit. And that rationalizes $2 million is what they're telling you that you need. That rationalizes you saving $2 million and having that kind of shit, you know? And it just goes on and on from there. Then I rationalize shit on my kids. I say, oh, yeah, well, I need this fucking thing or whatever. Oh, I should buy another house because then it's going to continue to give me more in the shit and I'm going to be more at peace. Like that's how they think. And that's how you get on this path that never ends. Because then my question, or what I think about, like in your example of about the health thing, I want you to get pissed off enough that you don't have enough money for your grandma, so that you fucking then realize that there's something wrong with the system itself. You get me? Like it's not you there's anything wrong, but again, this is we get to the fucked up part of the system that we live in regardless, because you're still playing, we still got to play the game. By you saying I need to acquire more money so that I can pay for my grandma shit, it's exactly what they want you to do. They don't want you to say the system is fucking broken. How dare you pieces of shit deny my grandma for some basic fucking human need that you have the money for there. They say, no, I gotta work because of the shit and I gotta pay. And that's part of the game that I don't know if we can fucking get out of in this country. Because in other countries, like I've heard, I haven't done so much research, but like in France, tax is 50 fucking percent. But you don't gotta pay for a fucking single goddamn thing. 50%. They take 50% of your fucking money, but anything you can fucking think about is there. The healthcare and the shit and the thing. And other places like Netherlands, there's fucking free housing. You can become a resident of the Netherlands after like 3 months. And the government pays for your housing. In the meanwhile, they put you in these jobs and they do all this shit. So once again, it's not the solution of you of us continuing to get money is not the fucking solution, because that's what they want us to do, because that's how they get money more themselves. The more that we produce, the more we give to them. Like they finesse the fuck out of us, and I hate and I love making these connections. The the fucking the stimulus checks were printed by the government and given to us so we can spend, so we can give it back to the companies.
Mm-hmm.
So they're literally printing money at will and keeping it all for themselves and then raising the prices on us. The tariffs are about us getting fucked. Because then I think about it financially. I'm watching a video and I'm like, okay, Steve, turn your fucking brain on. What does this mean? Follow the fucking money. Think. What does it mean? Why is this tariff shit that doesn't make any fucking sense? Like, why are they doing it? Okay. Yep, money. So they put tariffs, companies increase the price in of all of everything around us. Then they keep the price up and they're taking most of our money. Before fucking Trump, as soon as he got elected, I told my stepmom, they're going to take as much fucking money as they can in this next 4 years and then get the fuck out of here. Then all the billionaires are gonna move out. They're gonna get the fuck out of the country or whatever. Whoever's making all the money, because they're gonna milk the shit out of us. This is the opportunity to take as much fucking money as possibly they can take. And that's what the fucking tariffs and that's what the shit is about. Abortion. Abortion has nothing to do with women. Free clinics fucking cost money and fucking Republicans want to keep their fucking money. So that's what abortion is about. It's about money. It's not about women. It's not about religion. It's not about fucking all this shit. It's not about murder. They want to keep as fucking much money as possible. That's what abortion is about. They don't want to pay for your shit of you having to go check whatever it is or fucking give you free condoms or whatever the fuck it is. They want to keep as much money as possible. That's what they defunded. We're not going to get deported. They need our fucking money. The government will fucking go lose a shit ton of money by deporting us. It's the solution is to get the fuck out of here. I don't want to get distracted, and I hate when I get distracted and I'm like, but if I like, this is what happens, right? I have these conversations and then I turn around and go back into my life and then I'm like, oh, pictures this and make money and the fucking thing and the carnitas are fucking popping off. And look at this. And I get comfortable and I lay my ass on my hammock in the living room and I turn on my fucking video games and then everything is fine and dandy and the shit. And I've once again distracted myself from I have to get the fuck out of here. Like this is not it's I once again, and that's what I talk about of being in struggle or being in discomfort. Because how easily do we lose ourselves to just being comfortable and living in the belly of the fucking beast? And we can easily turn ourselves off to just be like, nah, well, fuck it, and then you continue, and then we have our little daily lives of shit that we don't think about, and the distractions and the video games and the football games and the fucking concerts y desmadre medio, and you forget everything. And then again, something triggers me. I'm like, otra vez, here we go. This is why I need to get the fuck out of here. That's what I mean more by struggling. I don't like the mindset of that. The more you hang out with people, the more you care about, the more you start putting money in, you hang out with people that have more money in, and then it just never ends. Because now you feel stupid that you don't have a Tesla and they have one. They got a second house. I went on a walk, and for some reason, I was super mindful of what I was doing, and I was fully observing every single front of the house because I want to put my plantitas in the front of the house, and I was looking at systems and how they had it in the shit. I get to a house, and the entire 8 blocks that I walk with Aaliyah, there's one of them with the waterfall. I was like, oh, that's nice. Look, they have a waterfall. Not the one across the street, but the one after also had a waterfall. You know what happened?
Mm.
Some bitch ass motherfucker, either one of those two, was like, oh, you have a waterfall? You can't fucking have it better than me. Here's the shit. I'm gonna put my own waterfall because I like your shit, but I'm gonna fucking do the same thing. Because that's how we work. That's how it works. So somebody was jealous or wanted to not get out down by the fucking front of their yard that they decided to put a fucking waterfall in the front as well. Together with the fact that it was the waterfall and a big ass US flag and all that shit in there, like don't threaten me and all those fucking things. I was like, oh, you probably got jealous of that person or vice versa, and then you did that shit. Because we're so insecure. I look at family, I look at friends that, or like even individual groups. Some of them does, like one of them fucking starts buying fucking Gucci, then the rest of the family all of a sudden give it a couple of months and they're all wearing Gucci. One of them fucking has this kind of car, then all of them have to have that kind of car because they're so fucking insecure and so fucking sad about themselves that they have to buy this shit to make them feel better. Yes, this is a Debbie Downer fucking moment, but this is fucking reality. This is sad. This is fucking pathetic. I don't know what the fuck to do, but this is fucking reality. And by bringing more people, that all you fuckers listening to this episode, by realizing this shit is what causes fucking change, by realizing how fucking sad and fucking pathetic and how fucking bloodthirsty motherfuckers we are for fucking money. And hopefully after this you start looking at the fucking neighbor, at the homeless person, at the lady selling fucking whatever, at your fucking mailman as a shit, as just like you, or just like you, is the same fucking person with the same struggles, with the same pain, with the same fucking suffering. That don't make them any less or any fucking more than you are. They're just the same, and you should treat them like you treat yourself, or better, how you treat your fucking mom, whoever the fuck you love the most. Treat everybody how you treat. If you love your cat the fucking most, then treat them how you fucking love your cat. If you love yourself, if you love your mom, whatever the fuck it is, see it as a reflection of the person or the thing that you love the most. And I turned this. The shit that pisses me off is I turned it off. This version of me and this pain, I turned it off for 10, 12, 15 years. Completely turned it off. Completely. I knew of this since 2009, 2008, 2007. I learned it about in 2007. I get on this fucking anger rampage of educating myself, and anger was my motivation to get educated, and I learn everything, and I'm learning system, and I'm learning how this shit works, and I learn politics. Oh, this is how religion works. This is how this shit. And then I was too crazy for everybody in school. And then and you know this already, the la decepción, right? The disappointment of realizing that everybody was full of shit and they were still for profit, and they didn't really believe what they preached, and they didn't spend the time, and they didn't put community first, and they didn't do all that shit. And that's what fucking, now looking at it, it was like, no wonder you got depressed. Because I had another, prior to 2018 and 2009, I had some other shit where I was like, it didn't last nowhere near as long. I want to say it was like maybe 3 months, 3 to 6 months at most, where I was going through it. As a matter of fact, I one of the worst mental health fucking shit that I went through was at Vegas, on my trip to Vegas.
Mm.
So now I associate, like, tall buildings at night freak me the fuck out, because I was tripping out in Vegas and the lights and the shit and everything. So to this day, when I'm at night, I'm like, oh shit. But then I already know, it's like, okay, you're safe through the whole shit. But, you know, because I got overwhelmed by the same kind of shit that I'm dealing with now, of not having a solution. But to put a bow, or to give some hope and understanding, because I do have that a lot as well, is what we're doing.
Mhm.
What we're doing is the solution, because you can't possibly hate somebody else when you've looked at yourself and how you treat yourself and your pain and your fucking thing, and you understand yourself and you don't judge yourself, because you're going to accept that you probably were fucking up on a lot of things, and then you made some stupid decisions and hurt people, and then you forgive yourself, and you do that, and you develop empathy for yourself. Once you have all of that, you can't possibly turn around and fucking not have empathy for somebody else, or everything, or everyone eventually.
Yeah.
So this is the solution. Take care of yourself. My brother asked me, what can we do? He asked me this like 5, 6 months ago. So what can we do about Palestine? I said, heal. That was my shit, heal. Well, how is that going to affect it? It's not going to affect this one, but it might stop the one from fucking 70 years from now. If you fucking work at yourself and you fucking heal, so that we don't continue fucking causing pain, because we are not okay with the pain that we have caused in ourselves, and we're turning a blind eye to it.
Yeah.
Healing emotionally is how we end capitalism, or extreme capitalism. That's how we finish it. That's how we kill it, by healing and by understanding that you buying some shit is not gonna heal. It might make you feel better. A fucking burger might make you feel better for a few minutes. A t-shirt might make you feel better every time you wear it for a few days. A car might make you feel better for a few months. A house may make you feel better for a year or two. And guess what? When that high is done, reality is gonna come back and smack you right in the fucking face again, because you're trying to fill holes with shit that doesn't fucking belong in there.
Yes.
So please, please, please learn to give a fuck about other people. I'm
Mhm.
gonna be so happy the day I see what are they called, the Palestinian fucking things, the
The kafia?
yeah, when I see Mexicans wearing that shit in the street at the same time. When I see a black person with a Mexican flag and a keffiyeh thing on, like that'll be the day. Or a Mexican dude with a fucking Africa shirt and the keffiyeh thing on, like that'll be like, okay, one now we're realizing something. Now we're getting to the point, you know.
Those people do exist though.
No, but I'm
They're
saying I want to see more. I want to see more of it. I know that we exist. Me and you are fucking one of them. Yeah, we might not be there in the shit. And I know people were like, "You talking?" I can hear shit. I was like, "You talking all that shit?" I didn't see you post a single thing at the marches, and I'm just like, I was already ready for like, yeah, bitch. But I'm actually doing fucking the work that is changing the person's fucking life, one fucking conversation at a time. So I'm doing activism in my own fucking way, not in the way you fucking going over there and doing. That's fine, you know.
we all have a role.
Yeah. Yep. So
We
yeah,
all have a role.
that's that. Learn to care about other people. Learn to have empathy for other people. Because the same shit goes again. No one's giving a fuck about over there. And once shit starts popping off over here, we're gonna want anybody's fucking help and everybody to give awareness and everybody to do the shit. And because everybody only gives a fuck about themselves, there's gonna be nobody to help you, right? Like that Anne Frank thing or whatever it was, right?
Hmm.
No one's gonna be there to help you if you don't help out people when they need it at the same time.
Yes, it is. It is super important that we do this. It creating community is so crucial to this. Because like you mentioned, right, like back in the day when you were going through it, you were you were like the quote unquote crazy one. So then it's isolating when you don't have that community. So we need it. Look for it, y'all. Look for
Mhm.
it. So you can have a space to be held. You can have a space to heal because está cabrón.
Mhm. Yeah. So I'd like to apologize if you follow me on social media and I piss you off more often, but that's who I am again now. If I trigger you and I'm talking shit about your god or fucking whatever identity you're attached to, and it
Go
pisses
inward.
you off, if it pisses you off, just know that that's the point of it. And yeah, I know that will ice like people will turn away from me even more, but the ones that fuck with me will fuck with me even more, you know, and that's all that matters. Love, love, love. God damn it, love. Alrighty. Mindfulpodcastliving at gmail.com. If you have any feedback, any questions, if you think that I'm stupid and that money is the shit, makes you happy, fight me on it. Let's do it. Now, if even I swear, even if you disagree, I'm gonna take it off. If we completely disagree with this, I'll fuck with it 100% because I grow so much from somebody disagreeing with me or telling me, well, you're not looking at this perspective. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's a balance. Maybe there's a little bit of an adjustment. And to give you guys a little bit of behind the curtain, we talk about normal like we are ahead in recordings. Like this episode won't come out till 6 weeks after we recorded it, but by then we're like, I'm a completely different person already. By the time this shit comes out, like that shit that we were talking about then doesn't even affect me, you know. So we're
Mhm.
always changing and growing. And so yeah, but still, mindfulpodcastliving at gmail.com. If you have any feedback, any questions, anything, if you want to join the Instagram group, we still have that going there slowly but surely. If you want to be a guest or anything, let us know. And remember,
You
gotta let
gotta let
go
go
in
in
order to
order to
grow.
grow.